Hey guys, so this is all the stuff you're gonna need postpartum. These are like the essentials, what you're gonna hopefully get in the hospital and that what you're gonna take home and be using. So this is what I wish someone would have told me, that I was gonna be using pads this big. Okay, maybe not that big. That came with the bag, but you're gonna have pads, you're gonna be using pads this big. I mean, how big that is. And every hospital, I've been to the same hospital each time I gave birth. Every hospital might do it a little differently. You might have like a brief instead, but what they gave us to use was they gave us these mesh underwear. And what you're gonna do is, and you can also do this at home, these are disposable. So you just use them once, you throw them away, and they gave me extras to go home with. And you put the pad in here so that you're walking around, and if you bleed or you're still having bleeding or whatever is coming out, all types of things are coming out, you're still gonna have like pads and stuff to catch it, and you can throw away the underwear if it gets on it. So I recommend having some extra underwear, some extra pads that they send you home with, and eventually, I use them all, but they have smaller pads than this. This was just the size of the pad I used for the first day or two. And then you start downsizing to smaller pads because your bleeding should, in theory, become lighter. And then eventually you just end up on thick maxi pads at home or whatever you're comfortable with. But you're also definitely gonna need this. This is Dermablast. So this is lidocaine. It helps with the pain, the burn, and the itch from down there. So this is gonna soothe the pain where the stitching and everything is. I used it, I think you're supposed to use it like 4 times a day. I'm not entirely sure. Direct spray. Oh, it doesn't say. Well, I think you're only supposed to use it a few times a day. I used it every time after I went to the restroom. But, you know, just to keep everything from, I didn't want to feel anything. I didn't want any pain. If there's burning or itching, witch hazel is a must. And so witch hazel, it comes in a liquid form as well. So like, I think like a cleanser liquid form. But I've always used the pads. These are like round little moist pads. And then some people need this, preparation H. I know it's embarrassing to talk about. Some people do get hemorrhoids. I've been very fortunate to never have that happen. So thank goodness. But keep up on those stool softeners. That is something you don't want to stop taking your stool softener. That is, nope. And so this is stuff they might also give you in the hospital or give you extra. This is like a padsicle. So this is a cooling pad, a perineal, and you're gonna break it in order to activate it. But the thing is, these don't last too long. Maybe like half an hour to an hour at most is the most use you're gonna get out of it. So a lot of times they recommend just like making your own padsicles at home, like ahead of time. And that way you can just pull them out. I've always not needed the padsicles. I'll do another video where I actually make them. But I usually just do like a pad, spray, and then do witch hazel. I'll do like 1 or 2 witch hazel pads and then just wear that around for like the first few days after I come home from the hospital. Usually that's what I'll do. So these are like definite things I was not prepared. No one had prepared me for this before I went to the hospital, that I would be coming out with all of these witch hazel, Dermablast, giant pads, knitted underwear. I had no idea. So if this helps anyone, hopefully it does. You can order some of this ahead of time on Amazon and stuff as well. For my second and third, I just went ahead and ordered some just to have it ahead of time. Oh, you'll also they should send you home with like a little squirt bottle, or like, it kind of looks like a water bottle, but it's to clean the area after, because they don't want you to wipe to irritate it or bacteria. They want you to keep it as clean as possible. So usually you'll go to the restroom, you'll you'll use the water bottle thing to clean off, and then you can use this after, and then put the witch hazel in the pad, in the knitted underwear, and then you're good to go. So that's what held me over for a while. So if this helps you, let me know. But these are just some essentials that they don't talk about enough that you should have before you go home.